So when you look at startup investors and you look at venture capital companies, you want to talk about Sequoia Capital, you want to talk about SoftBank. All right, let's talk about SoftBank. Now you look at this graph. This graph shows 100 companies, right? When you look at a VC, when you look at a VC firm, they are under pressure from their investors as well. And they need to return the capital back to their investors. So they would have a portfolio stack, preferably 100 startups, all at different stages. Some could be pre-seed funding. Pre-seed funding is the companies that have not raised funding as of yet. All right. Some could be in the growth stage. Some could be in the market validation stage, whatever you talk about. Now, out of 100, the 10 successful startups would ideally pay for all the losses. And out of that, they expect one to become a unicorn, to have a valuation of over 1 billion. All right. That is how startup investment is done. The failure implications are built into the system. Let's look at the failure rate and implications for entrepreneurs. All right. Startups, they take 2 to 3 times longer to validate their market than most founders anticipate. Cold hard facts. Startups that pivot 1 to 2 times have 3.6 times better user growth and raise 2.5 times more money. Startups that pivot 0 times are more than twice likely to do considerably worse. What is a pivot? All right, so let's define that first. Pivot means, in very simple terms, when you're testing your assumptions, when you're validating your business, everything that you thought about is not going to be true 100%. Things don't work out like that. So what do? You find a way out and you pivot and you try something else. It could be your pricing, it could be the target market, whatever it is that you need to do, that is called pivoting. And startups that pivot 1 to 2 times, you have to be nimble. That is why you are a startup. You pivot 1 to 2 times, possibility of growth increases 3.6 times. Founders overestimate the value of the intellectual property before the product market fit by 255%. Now what that means is you have come up with an idea to solve XYZ problems, all right? Or solve X problem. You create something and then you want to go out there and patent it because you think that is something that is valuable. Now you are overvaluing what you've done or what your idea or the way is by 255%. What that means is you are most likely going to lose money while implementing your idea, and you are overestimating by 255%. These are cold hard industry facts. Speaking of industry, let's look at failure rates by industry. As you can see, IT has the highest failure rate of 63%.